Make sure everyone can see everybody.
Josh, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you. Thank you.
Director Hyder?
Yes, I can hear you.
All present. Next up, we have our pledge of allegiance. Call the sharp man, don't call the allegiance tonight's pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, Richard. Next up, we have our consent agenda. I don't know, next up we have changes to the agenda. Any changes to the agenda tonight? Or before? Alright, I think it's the consent agenda, where we have our minutes from our June 25th meeting. And board had a chance for review and we made most of the about the agenda is 2 minutes. Second. The motion by Secretary Pratt and second by Vice President Smith. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
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 The agenda passes 5-0. Next up, we have our financial report for June 2026. You'll see that financial dashboard in your packet after the minute. And we do have Crystal online to brief us on that. Crystal, would you like to highlight anything?
Yes, thank you very much. Can you hear me okay?
Yep, very good.
Perfect. So we ended the year in a good position. We only spent about 88% of the budget and received about 96% of the budget. So that's really good. Looks like our property taxes came in right at budget, so that's fantastic. And then we didn't know the timing of our GEMT revenues, so those things we paid for them in the June portion, but we haven't received that money yet. We did receive confirmation today, not to take anything away from the chief, but we did receive confirmation today that our 2025 calendar year payment for the CCO portion will be about $1 million. So that's really great. But we paid for it in fiscal year 25-26, meaning we released about $282,000 in fiscal year 25-26. So I'm glad that we went ahead and paid for it, and we will see that revenue coming in. I'll just kind of pause there if there's any questions that anyone has about any specific line item.
Any questions for Crystal this evening? Not hearing any.
Okay.
All right. Move on to our public comment section of the meeting. Anybody in the gallery, public comment? Anybody online, if you'd like to public comment, use the raise hand function. I don't see any. With that, we'll move on to business action required items. If we don't have any, we'll take it to our other business. One thing we have on there is low staff. Treasurer Trash, do you have anything to update on that?
Yeah, nothing new on low SAP. Thank you.
Chief Godfrey would like to give us something.
We met with several people the other day, and we're reworking. Actually, we met with the guy, Larry Giddings, who started this, and we're reworking and making sure Pete was there, Jim was there, Amanda, and such. And so we're reworking to make sure that in that transition time, we're going from Larry to Scott to Amy to Lori, that we're tracking, that it's being inputted, that the policy procedures are being followed. So my point is we have like a slight overhaul. Shelly is part of it now. Also, she has access to the accounts. Just to make sure that everything is being tracked appropriately. So we've got basically a small committee that's working on it just to make sure that the program is being taken care of, being inputted correctly and accurately, and reported correctly and accurately, so the volunteers get their stipends and their pay.
Any questions? All right, with that, that'll take us to the board information report. Any board members to present? Party report that will be there, and not first up, and President Doctor said.
Yeah, thank you for allowing me the time to talk. Just a couple of things that I wanted to bring to the board's attention. We do have a tentative agreement on the Social Security issue that we've been negotiating. At our last union meeting, we voted to ratify that, 90% vote to ratify that. I just got word that there was a little snag on your end, so we'll wait patiently to hear that result. We are going to host a 4th annual softball tournament, September 13th. In the past, we've used the proceeds from that to go to the MDA Fill the Boot efforts. Since we did our Fill the Boot event earlier this summer, Local 3099 has decided to start a nonprofit community fund. This will be the kickoff event to start funding that fund. Those are the 3 things that we have to report from 3099. Do you have any questions for us?
You have a date on something?
September 13th. It is a Sunday. It will be held at Joe Dancer Park. I'm not coordinating that, so I'm not positive. In the past, we've done 7 or 8 teams. Seems to be about the max we can get through in one day. So that's kind of what we're shooting for, is in that 6 to 8 teams. I think at last count we had 4 committed for sure.
It's a good event. Been each year. It's fun and it's competitive.
Yeah.
But it's fun.
Yeah.
It'll be a great show.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Next up, we have volunteer participation.
Hello, everybody. Volunteers are going to be doing this in August. We have National Night Out coming up on the 4th. We can take a truck there for display. We find my safety brings their stuff, and we also take the popcorn wagon. August 15th, popcorn wagon again. We'll go to Sioux Deal School. They do Operation Backpack. It's they give out school supplies to a lot of kids that the supplies first went up for the year. And August 22nd, we have cruise in McMinnville, and that's where we will display Old Engine 1 from the museum. Popcorn wagon will be there also. And August. So, thank you.
Thank you. Hard work. We have practice report, starting the report.
Well, all my do I have any divisions on? Ty, yep,
Ty.
Ty's on. Ty, you can jump into yours.
Thank you, Chief. Thank you, Board President. Coming to you live from the Yamhill County Fair here. Been a pretty good day out here. So far, we only had one heat exhaustion call. So just a quick update on June. June was a pretty good month for us, even though we had staff members that had some time off, but we still managed to complete 68 fire and life safety inspections. Generally, that comes from doing a lot of 3rd Street because they're a little bit smaller. We can knock more of them out, but Right now, we only have a small amount of re-inspections with our R1, R2s, our residential occupancies, commercial residential occupancies. So that's finishing up nice. Standard amount, 4 to 6 driveway inspections is pretty common for us every month. We did a lot of prep. The Fire and Life Safety team did a lot of prep for the Yamhill County Fair, kind of getting a lot of that stuff squared away. 2 new construction inspections with building. Still, I'm very pleased to see we have a lot of really good development that's still progressing well through the city. So same with plan reviews. We had 4 this month. Had a unique. We don't do this very much, but we issued a blasting permit for the Hillside project. That's 300 plus homes that are being built on up in the Hillside area. So that's ongoing. We've had about 5 weeks of blasting up there, but we don't issue those quite not very much. So one pre-app for some upcoming development, and then also Chief and I spent quite a bit of time with multiple meetings with McKenzie Engineering, kind of going back and forth on a lot of the upcoming construction projects. And then we actually had 2 fire investigations, and one of those ended up in an arrest for a downtown transient fire. So we are trying generally every summer. We're trying to do strong social media campaigns to recruit new fire and life safety team members, and we have most of our teams supporting the fair this year, which is good to see. So other than that, that's my FMO report for June, and I would entertain any questions.
Any questions for Chief Darby? No.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear it.
No questions, then thank you for the report.
Thank you.
My other divisions are out at the fair, and we're out at the fair last night. I won't go through everything that they talked about, but we're working on a lot of SOGs and operations divisions, a lot of SOGs. We're working on the AVL dispatching, or the closest unit dispatching for our medics through our field ops program. Darby gave you his, but it's going well. That's very good. In my world, quick station 15 update. Chief Darby and I have met with McKinsey Group, which is the architect and engineering firm that we contracted with to give us our cost and estimates, look at our properties, permitting estimates, making sure that we can build on the property which we have. So we continue to meet with them, provide them information. We filled out our questionnaires, the needs assessments, and how many people will be here, and those types of things. So that's going really well. They're a great group to work with. They've been super accommodating, and I think they really kind of understand where we're coming from. So I look forward to that. Again, like I told you guys before, it'll be a couple, 2-3 months before we get actual information. We did, thank you to Vice President Smith. Chief Darby and myself were able to tour some of Tualatin Valley's temporary stations also. That's something that it's a parallel path that we're just evaluating or looking at for the future, specifically in North Station. But thank you, Vice President, for that. Tualatin Valley and their contractors were really good and gave us a lot of really good information. Water and Light update. Since our last meeting, Water and Light did reach out to us. We set up a meeting. I think we met 2 days ago. Yeah, Tuesday. We had good conversations. I'm hopeful that those conversations will continue, and we can reach an agreement. Jim Aguilar, as I said last time he started, he's a few weeks in. He would be here tonight, but he's taking his daughter to college. So you will see him at the next meeting. He's getting his feet wet and just kind of trying to meld into his role. County Fair and Rodeo, we've had great communications with both the Fair Board and the Rodeo Board. All staff chiefs were on scene yesterday to meet with both the fair, the sheriff that we're in unified command with, as well as the rodeo president and actually all the rodeo committee members yesterday. And each night we're meeting with the rodeo, and we have communication with the sheriff's office, who is the security for not now just the concerts, but also the entire fair. Air show is coming up. We're doing really well on staffing. Both volunteers, students, and career staff have done a great job stepping up and helping staff all of our vehicles. We had a public safety meeting yesterday. Everything on our end is a go. And so we'll look forward to air show 13, 14, 15, 16. Don, are we doing parking passes again?
We will, yes.
So if you need parking, please reach out to Donna and let her know what days specifically, because the parking passes will be specific to the dates. Configurations, big topic. We have deployed maybe 6 times, 5 or 6 times. We, McMinnville, I believe the county has deployed 8 times. I think we're, as of with Brian back yesterday. Yeah, as of yesterday, we were out on 5 different configurations. We're out on 4 different, meaning Yamhill County. All we have left out right now is Chief Burton as the task force leader. He's on his 7th of 14 days, and it looks like he'll be out there for the entire 14 days. We have deployed the brush rig on several different occasions, and we've deployed a Type 1 engine on 1 occasion. We were activated on the 2nd occasion, and then stood down because they couldn't find anybody else in the state to accompany us. So I'm real proud of our career staff, our volunteer staff, and our students. All of our deployments have been a mixture of career folks, volunteer folks, and friends volunteers. So I think that's really great that all of our staff is stepping up to help out. I even actually had to run battalion chief for 12 hours, which I know cruised out. Luckily, I just had a car wreck to handle, so lives were saved. We continue to do weekly check-ins with all of our staff for their availability, and we report our availability weekly to the state for additional configurations. It is looking like there's going to be some significant weather this weekend, which will likely require additional configuration deployments. Our mechanic has gone through all of our rigs as they get back and to get them ready for the next deployment. We have purchased 2 ambulances just in time. I believe we had 3 ambulances broke down over the last week at the same time, to the point where our dual rolls, I believe at least one point had to be into a sugar cube, which is our smaller, which is not super conducive. So those can't come fast enough. They are ordered. They are in Eugene. Staff on the operations and EMS side are both working very diligently from the line level for equipment and such to the purchasing gurneys and equipment to get those in service as soon as possible, because quite frankly, they get here fast enough. Thank you to Crystal and Wendy for helping us, making sure that we have money in the right places so that we can pay those. Both of those were paid with budgeted money. They're both paid in cash. There is no outstanding bills for those purchases. I should have said this before. It's a shout out if any of you follow our social media, but I think it's important for me to say it here. We were deployed on an immediate response configuration, which is the one the brush rig just got back from about a week and a half ago. It was a hurry up and get out the door. Actually, President Godfrey, during his, he was helping do a pre-deployment check and found a flat tire on the brush rig. I tell this story because, number one, kudos to him for catching it, because that wouldn't have been a great thing. But also, two, it was, I believe, 5:15 on a Saturday, which is 15 minutes after Les Schwab closes. Joe was contacted by phone, advised us there were still people there to go down there and knock. We knocked, asked for help. They immediately opened the doors, got us in, and put a brand new tire on. after hours, after all of them should have been on their way homes. But we posted in social media, not just the appreciation of that, but the reality is a lot of times we're the ones that get credit because we're the forward facing, that we are who they see on conflagrations, but it's these local communities and local stores like Job's Les Schwab that keeps us rolling, and even though it's after hours. So thank you to Les Schwab and for their assistance getting us on the road. And it was literally less than a 15-minute turnaround time. And last thing I have is our tran loan has been completed. It's been deposited. It's been transferred into our LGIP account to start incurring interest. And that is all I have for my report, unless there are questions.
Oh, comment. Well, Chief, want to just commend you and all of your staff, admin, yeah, the line, volunteers, the students on responding. States on fire, huge, heavy events. But the thing that send resources out that help with those fires, and the community services here. I guess.
Thank you.
Like, holy shit.
Yeah. I did. I pulled 29 hours.
Anything else for Chief online? I don't think it's the correspondence. Anybody gets the inbox? Be back. I think it's the informational items. Anything? I have from the city, we're gonna macro chippy parade on October 17th, and then love to be open to one partaking in that. We'd like to do so. That was. President Goodman writer about that and see, but I was going to put that in the board's here. The morning parade, similar to like dance parade, but in the morning. And then that will, against Lower City Park, like music, cake, and hot dogs, and then other time capsule, your time capsule, and at least a spec drawing of what the art piece will be that time capsule will go outside of. I don't believe that it's actually that way. So heads up on that, and then our next meeting will be Thursday, August 27th at 6 p.m. And there's nothing else. With that, I'll adjourn tonight's meeting at 7:03 p.m. Thank you, everybody, for joining us.